don't think so. Wounds and things methodical.
A freaky vampire.
Can't say, but whatever did this, carefully avoid.
Look lively! It's on to us! Killing's all you deserve. Bloody monster! You're dead for this, youngling fucker! Burn it, boys! Die, vermin! All of your bloody leeches need killing! Go! Get back in the grave! Crush the leech, boys!
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Die, beast! Take them from me! Another disgusting ghoul. Look at it! Vicious bugger! That's gonna hurt! Die, beast!
Can't say, but whatever.
Leech spotted! Watch out! You leeches! Back in the grave! Pin it down! You'll pay for this! Some of this! Die, bitch! Bloody grind! You leeches, you killer! Burn it, boys! Finish all you deserve! I'll kill you! Crush the leech, boys! Want some of this? Die, vermin! Die, vermin! You leeches need killing! Die, bitch! Kill you! Burn it, boys!
Can't say.
Steady, boys! One shot! It's head! Crush the leech, boys! See them fancy
This one's a top!
What's this? Burn it, boys!
Die, vermin!
Killing's all you do. Want some of this? All of your bloody leeches need killing. Crush the leech, boys! I hear leeches. Burn it, boys! Want some of this?
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Leeches! Safe over there! The power of the Lord commands you!
This is despicable.
What have we here? Lost your horse, Governor? Or are you just out of your mind?
It's locked. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your work.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
If you have something to say, say it.
Oh, you want information instead?
May I ask what you do for...
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to...
Why such hatred?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
As I told you, I'm a doctor.
Oh, a doctor.
Do you need medical help?
No, thank you.
May I?
I'm killing my...
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks?
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money.
What can you tell me about this place?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Is it not dangerous to work?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The Sad Saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the Sad Saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he managed.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man.
Do you need my medical...
I'm fine, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, miss. This must be a picture of the bomb explosion Dyson Delaney spoke of. It's locked.
You...
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
Your sister was suffering too. I'm sure she didn't mean what she said.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Sean Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course. But he gives me the creep.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God. To give ourselves to the law.
Well, I'll...
I know I promised you I'd make everything right. glad to see you again.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Goodbye. This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
I'll take its head!
Giselle's stolen money. Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war. I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was. I wish...
Well... I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time. Good evening.
Doctor,
Do you need...
I appreciate...
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Good. Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah, you're that doctor.
Is there anything... Inebriate...
I already drink the only medicine that suits me, Doctor.
Goodbye.
So few clients. What with the epidemic?
Welcome back, Doctor.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thug...
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others, and die, eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened, staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt, and I have nothing to hide.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man?
So you mean your customers know about your sordid past?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open?
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time.
So you were ordered to kill someone?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing.
You refused to kill him because you wanted to feel some of that happiness yourself. You empathized with him.
Exactly. The man was a bloody landlord who rented overpriced flats. A selfish bastard. But he made me smile.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful.
Goodbye, Miss.
Perhaps I should shut the door.
It's Elise!
Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Do you know Edwina suspects you to be unfaithful?
Edwina's the one who asked to be called Mrs. Cox, even though Clay hadn't touched her for such a long time.
You have not answered my question.
She's a passionate woman. I've no doubt she'll shoot me down if I ever betray her, but that's not going to happen. I love her as she is.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done.
Are you so heartless that you could pull the trigger and kill someone without even blinking?
Have you looked around recently? Do you really think one more body will make a difference?
Goodbye.
No idea. Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely amok.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
I think I'm losing my mind.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
I cannot enter.
To see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
This girl and her pretty principles. She's got no idea. Pleasure, sir. Been a while since we've seen anything.
It's locked. I have this thirst for blood.
Turn around, sir. Get your weapons ready! We found one! You're mine, vermin!
It's locked.
Look lively! It's on to us! Oh, Christ!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
This is not the place for you, sir. Look lively! It's on to us! The bloody
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary. This is my watch. Damn grave robbers. It's locked, all right. This is despicable. Good evening.
Yeah.
Good.
Been a while since we've seen it.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling about it. but ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
I'm looking for Mr.
You don't.
Goodbye.
As long as you have...
I can't believe I'm doing this. This place looks like the picture I saw of the bomb site. Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects. May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace. I cannot enter. I have this thirst for blood.
Shut the turquoise for a time.
Good evening, Mr.
What?
Inebriate.
I
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No, I don't want to remember it.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day...
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
No one dares go outside.
Eve? So...
To every night.
Don't you think Miss Fishburne is nice to us? But I always have the feeling she's hiding something. For now, you're still the only real friend I have, Jack.
Evening.
Evening, Miss...
How come you consider it your only friend?
I found Jack when he was a baby, alone amongst dead rats. Poison, probably. He was the weakest, but he survived. Just like me with my parents.
Like you and your parents?
When I was 8, my parents died in a car accident. Rumour says I didn't get a scratch.
How have you survived? Did anybody take care of you?
I don't have any family left, really. Except for the good Mrs. Fishburne. She's like my family now.
You don't remember
No. I was little back then. It's been a blurry mess and very quiet in my head ever since.
So long. Good.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what
It's
worries
locked.
people most these days.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah. What? I take care of...
You seem...
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot.
Goodbye, Mr. is despicable.
This one's mine! He's dead!
He's mine! I'll take it! Oh my god!
Back, demon! Back!
It's locked. I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Come and have a gander.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat.
Young man, do you require medical attention?
I'm perfectly fine.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. Heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help.
I don't feel okay with that.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but...
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
He's a caretaker for the poor, is he not?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know where he is.
Show me what you have to...
Please, sir! Come and have a gander. Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these parts.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Are you certain you're not lost, sir?
It's locked.
Oh, Dr. Tippett. What brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly are we talking about here?
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around.
What can you tell me about this part of...
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton.
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does...
Do you
I'm all right. But perhaps...
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? Over there!
It's locked, all right.
Stupid! viciously killing.